Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Oh my gosh, song takes me back. So many memories. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Weekend went by way fast for me. Way too fast. But today I thought we'd work on something fun. I thought we'd do, some actual illustration stuff for my game. Since, a lot of the base programming stuff is done, so now we just need to make content for it, right? So yeah, I think that's what we'll be working on. So let's get started. Hi guys, hi, hello. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. I am very much enjoying this Mario music. But yeah, this is Becca G. Raff. She is the CEO and owner of the, Fur Convention. Lee, hello, shut up, okay. I guess that's the end of my talking for the stream. I have to wait for it. How's it going, Lee? Hope you're doing well. So we have her. We also have, we have Liz. I was thinking Liz would be a lot of fun to draw. I really like Liz a lot. So I have these two characters that I need to complete and finish. It's been a while since I've done these paintings, so I'm gonna open up my process. Yes, I have a little to-do list, if you will, of what to do. So let's read it out loud, shall we? First thing, pick 3 to 4 colors for a palette. Outline, base shadow, highlight, bounce light. Then next, color flats with base color, aka a darker version of the real color, and color in outlines. Next, color highlight on clipping mask, color shadows on top using clipping mask. So I think that's something I learned, was that I really like the look of painting the shadows on top of the highlights. Because typically I'd do it in reverse order, because that makes more logical sense, but I think I like doing it in that order a little bit better. It just gives more interesting results. 12 days later and your arm still hurts. It's so weak. Dude, toughen up. Be a man's man. That sucks though. That really sucks. I think you said you didn't get sick from yours? I got sick as a dog from the second one. It was not fun. Name layers like this: ear underscore comp for a folder, or ear all capitals ink, and then ear color 1, ear color 2, ear color 3, etc. Next, color with light. Color everything and possibly outline using the watercolor basic brush, and use Mr. Natural for more defined outlines and detail. Next, shade and blend. Start with large brush sizes and AKE and make smaller shapes with them first. I see. That's an interesting... I would have forgotten about that technique. So, even if you have a gigantic brush, you can still make small shapes just by using the eraser tool and just carving away from it. So, start with a large brush when you're shading and make smaller shapes with them first. Progress smaller and smaller, blend using the blending tools. Soft shadows for soft edges and hard shadows for sharp edges. Then next, bounce light. Add a purple airbrush for bounce light on opposite side of main light. Set to linear light or multiply. Then next, rim light. Add literally a white line on edges. Keep this effect subtle and only where the light is closest. Most of all, use the watercolor basic brush. I remember really liking that brush. So, I'll leave it up to, actually, I want to pick who I want to paint. I was gonna ask you guys, but You know, she's probably got the biggest boobas, but I think I'd have the most fun painting Liz. So I think that's where I'm going to get started. Hope you're doing well, Classic Carl. Good to see you. Let's see. Let's image size. I want to make sure that it's a good high resolution image. Gizmo is over here now. He's been hanging out. It's good to see him again. I fucking love that cat. He is a good boy. I was really nervous for him visiting over and staying here. Because it's such a new environment, but he's actually doing pretty well. Make sure to give him lots of pets, lots of loving. Let's see. So save as a Clip Studio, Blizzard, Sketch. Is this version 1? Don't want to overwrite anything. Looks like it. Okay. Then let's also save Giraffe just so we have the file on hand ready to go. Giraffe. Sketch. Yeah, I think I'd have the most fun painting her, so let's do that. I like how lame her shirt is. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna keep that. Maybe I'll just do like a picture of a tiger or something on there. Yeah, let's see. Let's grab our watercolor brush. Let's do our final ink outlines first and do some cleanup. So we grab watercolor brush, size 20, I believe, should be the right size. And just go to town. Just have a good time. Oh, that's right. This is my bad Wacom pen. Let me use my good one for drawing. Yeah, I had to replace my Wacom pen, which sucks and it's expensive, but it's worth it. I feel like I can draw again with this one. The other one was so frustrating to use. I feel like I'm just out of control whenever I'm using it. These outlines feel a little thick, but it's also a video game, so I think the thick outlines are going to be good for it. Tiger lover. Let's see, what's pictures of tigers look like? Let's turn safe search on. Okay. Just want to make sure I get the nose right. Oh, also, I want to show this off. I made a cake. I'm gonna post this to Twitter and Instagram later, but I finished the cake I was working on. I'm so proud of it. I also learned that if you close out your Blender file, then your texture gets deleted. So you have to save your texture separately, or else you're forced to redo it. I didn't lose much. I just lost this green part on top of the strawberry because I didn't save it. The bakery concoction is a fabrication. So there's that. I'm pretty happy with it. Littlewood, hi, hello. It was fun to learn to 3D model in that style. It's very fun, doing like a cartoony kind of look. How are you guys all doing? Anybody get up to anything this weekend? I've just been taking care of Gizmo. That's been my whole weekend. Did I do anything else? There was something exciting, but I don't want to talk about it until it's more concrete. I don't want to jinx anything. But yeah, it was a nice weekend. It just went by so fast. Let's open up Clyde, because I want to make sure that these outlines are the right size. They look a bit big. Let's see. No, it's not that one. Horse small? No. Clyde? Here we go. So, what's his image size? Let's check that out first. Image resolution 3900. Lizard is image size 3100. So maybe we could increase that. It's like 25% bigger, so now our size 20 brush is about this big. It looks about the same. We do it in here. Yeah, I guess that's how big it is. Maybe. Maybe it's more like 12? Maybe it's like 15 on the inside and then 20 on the outside. I think that's what I did. That's probably what it is. So let's do that. Let's start with 15 and then we'll do an outline of 20 on the outside. Want to make sure to keep things as consistent as possible. Hey, Palm Trees, how's it going? Littlewood, I wrote a save system and just working on the scripts that alters the user settings right now. That sounds tedious. Good luck, hope it goes well. I've also been practicing Zootopia. I could probably show off some of the Zootopia drawings I've been doing. Let's see, let's go here, date modified. I think this one's okay to show off. Or this one. Let's open both of these. Yeah, this one I was pretty happy with. So, trying to keep it rough. These are like 2 minutes each, I think. Just like different screenshots from Zootopia, which is one of my favorite movies. I really like the characters in it a lot. The character design is top notch. And I was pretty happy with this one. This one's 10 minutes. And then did this one. This one was pretty fun. Again, 2 minutes. I think this was the day before, so they feel a bit rougher. It's still like trying to figure things out. But then somebody asked me to make a thick Judy hop, so I did. Corrupted the save data like 20 times. Practically foolproof at this point. That's good. Yeah, that sounds no fun. She thick though. So that's been fun. That's been something I've been practicing instead of figure drawing. Thick Judy is good Judy. Hey Redhead, how's it going? Let's see, for this tiger nose, maybe like that. And they've got huge nostrils. I'm not sure I like that level of detail. I think I do want to keep it just a triangle. Maybe a bit bigger. I miss doing these illustrations, it's a lot of fun. I think Zootopia 2's already been confirmed. I'm pretty sure. I know it's been a while since that movie came out too. So I have no idea when something like that would happen. Thick thighs out here saving lives. True heroes. Thank God. Let's make sure to lock our sketch layer just so we don't accidentally overwrite it. You mean Zootropolis. Did you know that they changed the news anchors depending on what country you watch the movie in? Let's see. Let's do the Muzz. Oops. And then for small details, like these little, whatchamacallits, I like using the, Mr. Natural brush. Probably this version. I think this version's my favorite. So I have two. I have the one that I made, which is, I like it a lot, because it's basically an ink pen. Like it's smooth enough as an ink pen, but then it's got a little bit of texture to it. You can kind of see. It's subtle, but I like the tooth that it has. This is the one from Photoshop, which honestly looks better in Photoshop than it does in Clip Studio, but I used to really like using this brush a lot for like doing like kind of charcoaly, sort of smudgy kind of cartoony drawings. But yeah, for illustration, I think I like the one that I made a bit better. They're both using the same brush texture, just one is a bit smoother than the Photoshop one. So, little whisker holes. Little spots for whiskers. Bop, 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 bop. For these we can use size 20 brush, maybe even bigger. Let's go like 50. Yeah, that's perfect. Boo doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. I think for the tiger's eyes, they're looking in the same direction. What he really needs to be like wall-eyed, like looking off in this direction instead. That looks way better. Doo 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 doo. 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 Ba ba beedly dee doo da doo. And then erase out here. It's a me, I'm a fucking Mario, here I go. You know how people draw those fan arts of Link from Zelda being like all old and badass with like a woodsman axe and like a big grizzled beard? You'd never see that for Mario. Just old Mario is not fun to think about. But I really want like an old Mario game where he just has trouble like jumping. He's so funny. Is there a reason? Do you know why Zootopia was named Zootropolis over there? I can't think of any other Disney movie where that happened between our two countries. It's super weird. You saw a cool old Mario? I want to see. Never seen a cool old Mario. For the fluff on the side, I like the size of the fluff. I think they could just go in different directions, perhaps. Something kind of like that, maybe. Too big. That is true. He's kind of lumpy. He can triple jump up a mountain. Yeah, I don't care for those whiskers. We'll just keep it as is. Until I change my mind later. What is wet wash? What does this brush do? Wow. It slows my computer down. Wow. That's awesome. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It like dries out after a while. That's kind of neat. Don't know when I'd use that. Okay. Feels so much better drawing with this new pen versus the old one. It's so much more satisfying. It was really getting frustrating using the other one. I could probably even, like, demonstrate what it was doing as I dropped the nice one on the floor. So if I draw... Maybe it won't show it, but... It would do this thing where it would, like, lose pressure in the middle of a stroke. Of course, now it's not doing it, but... It was doing it, I swear. It was annoying. Turn stabilization down? I like my stabilization. At least for final inking. Exciting news. Oh, you're moving into a house for the first time. No more apartment, my cats are gonna be living in the laps of luxury. Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool, Palm Trees. Congratulations. That's very exciting. That'll be so much nicer. It'll be nice not to have to worry about, like, making noise or hearing, like, weird neighbors upstairs making noise. Play music as loud as you want. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe all it needed was a good old whack. Can't find the old Mario I saw once, but found another nice one. Sebastian Blanc. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. That's great. He looks like Mario from Up. Oh, that's awesome, Palm Trees. Yeah, DDR is not apartment friendly. It's really great. Let's see. Turn stabilization down, it makes your brush smoother and less laggy. I'll give it a shot, but I won't like it. You know, it's actually probably fine. Yeah, it's probably like, if you want a smooth line, it's more up to you rather than the computer program doing it for you. Which I try to do anyway, even with stabilization turned on. Do you turn it off or do you turn it on a little bit? I have it off right now. I'm just kind of messing around. I love this song, it's so weird. There you go. I think I like that. I like that it's just his mouth devouring her face. Take the training wheels off. Jeez. Yeah, in Clip, it's great, like, drawing without stabilization. It feels really nice. Because I think it does... It feels like it's still smoothing it out for you a little bit, even with stabilization turned off. Because it's not necessarily your fault if it's wiggly. I mean, depending. But I know in programs like Toon Boom Harmony, because it's a vector program, it picks up every little, like, vibration and, like, weirdness that the tablet has in interpreting your brushstroke. So something like Toon Boom, when I'm doing cleanup, I need to I need to have a stabilization of some kind. Because it's too 1-to-1, it doesn't look good. And I'm not a good enough artist also, that every brushstroke I do is gonna look smooth and nice. As much as I would like it to. It's all about confidence. You gotta have confidence in your lines. You gotta know where you're going before you get started. See, something like this I'd probably want stabilization on for. Actually... yeah, that's not bad. That seems fine. It's fine. Okay. I love this stupid tiger. I love his stupid face. Let's see. Let's have the cheek go in front of the ear. I think that would make a bit more sense. New to the stream, turn off the stabilization. It'd be nice if you could turn Clip Studio Paint into a draw pile program. It'd be so awesome. Send me your cool old Mario pics. Guys, sign up to my email newsletter now to be updated on the latest cool old Mario pics. Download cool old Mario pics onto your phone. Use them as wallpaper. Check out this cool old Mario ringtone sound. Wahoo! Here I go! Oh, mamma mia! My fucking hip! This paisano ain't what he used to be. What? Yeah. Yeah. Do the Mario sit down. Do the Mario go in the corner and be quiet for a while. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. take one step and then stop. Let's do the Mario all together now. Old Luigi would be great. Just bent over, face on the same level of his knees. Like a melted noodle. I want to see cool old Luigi pics now. It's fucking great. Sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another care home. What did Bowser? He tried to breathe fire, but he just breathed smoke. 'Cause he old too. Right, that's it. I'm turning stabilization back on. It doesn't feel laggy to me. It feels like it's the same, just it takes all the little bumps and stuff out. I like that the fur is kind of like more rounded rather than pointy. I think that helps with the derpiness a lot. I tried it. I didn't like it. The tools are there to use, Lee. They're there for you to use and utilize. It's not cheating. It's part of the program. I figured you were talking about the big giant one that was like being crazy. Does that have stabilization on? I don't think it does. I think I just had the brush size too big. If it's like 100 instead of 300. Well, it's pretty slow. It's like doing a lot of calculation. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a cool brush. I don't know if I downloaded that or where that came from. It's pretty neat though. And let's make this one pointy. Like Nia? Like Nia? That seems cute. I think, yeah, this one doesn't have it, but you can enable it. You just have to go into your, like, settings, and it would be under, like, one of these. You just have to turn the eyeball onto the setting. I forget where stabilization is, but it's somewhere around here. And it seems like this is a spray paint brush, so maybe this one doesn't have it. Correction, I bet it's here. Yes, here it is. So you can turn the eyeball on and off on stabilization to have it show up. Looks like it's at 0. It was at 0 for that big brush. Oops. Kinda want to save her face for last. Even though I shouldn't. Faces are just always the hardest part for me. Even though I'm pretty happy with how she looks. I don't know if I'd actually change anything. If a brush has no stabilization, just toss it out. Toss it out of there. Scribbles, hey, how's it going? How you doing? We're just out here drawing lizard babes. You know how it be. You know how it goes. Scribbles, have you seen the progress on my game lately? That could be fun to show off. But if I've shown you already, then that's fine. Do we want an in-between line here? No. I don't know how I'm going to color that, but I like the line being broken there, I think. So let's call this Tiger Head Ink. Please show everything. Okay. Hope you feel better, Scribbles. So let me open up Game Maker. I'll show you what we got so far. So I have two versions. I have a version with just dialogue system. Let's see, which one do I want to show off? I think this one. I know version 8 works. Version 9 I'm like trying stuff. So let's open up version 8. And let me zoom in OBS on my tablet so you can better see what we're doing. And then let's test this one out. Both is good. Excuse me. That was my sneeze for the day. So here's my dialogue system. The way it works is you just click on a character, their dialogue and their character art pops up, and then a typewriter effect types out what they're saying. I'm still working on getting the name to show up in the little name slot. That shouldn't... I'm going to use the sentence. That shouldn't be too hard, but it's going to be very difficult, but I know I can do it. That's probably a better way to put it. But anyways, so nothing too exciting for like these few characters. Oh, this is new. I learned how to do wiggly text, and then also colored text, and then wavy text. So that was kind of fun. So that's that. And then this is the reason I wanted to redo the dialogue system. Hello, I'm Liz. Nice to meet you. Are you having fun at the con? There's dialogue choices now. You get choices and you can click on them, and if you click outside the choices, it doesn't advance the text anymore. So you gotta click on a box, so we'll say yes. Her expression changes, she says, "Oh, I'm so glad to hear it, _carrot." And then if you click her again and ask her the same question, "Are you having fun at the con?" Then you can say, "I don't know." She's like, "Oh, not sure? Well, okay, =3. And if you click her again, "Hello, I'm Liz, nice to meet you." "Are you having fun at the con?" You can say, "Not really." And then she gets all sad. She's like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? I might have something in mind." Or you could say, "No, thank you." If you say no thank you, she's just like, "Alright then, try to cheer up. Bye." But if you say, "I might have something in mind, ... Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Sex, sex, sex. This is to accurately simulate what my game's going to be like. As for this, that was great, =3. So that's dialogue choices. Dialogue choices work in this system now. I'm so stoked for it. So this is basically this is me building how the talking to characters is going to work, is just this prototype right here. But as far as the aesthetic of the game, how I actually want it to play out and look, is this version. Version 22. Bye. And then if you play this, so this has a lot more, like, graphics and stuff to it. So, like, there's a menu, buttons animate and stuff. It's a bit laggy on the, tablet capture, but it's going pretty quick and on here. So yeah, you go into a room, and then you can, like, move your mouse around. It's sort of like those old click-and-play adventure games, so your mouse changes depending on where you're going and what you're doing. So you can, like, explore different rooms. If it's a question mark, you're examining something. Then you can go back, can look around. So this is a really rough... This was when I first, like, opened Blender, was when I made this background. I've learned a lot since then, so it's kind of cool to see, like... I was so proud of this palm tree over here. It looks like shit, but I was so proud of how that turned out. But yeah, you can click on a character, and they animate in. And it's a lot more animated. She does lorem ipsum. So yeah, the dialogue box, like, pops in and out. They animate on and off. So this is what I want the dialogue to animate like. This is what I want the final aesthetic to work like, is have them just animate in like this. So the way I built this dialogue system, I couldn't figure out how to get dialogue choices. So that's why I'm building it from the ground up. But as far as, like, everything else, I really like how this is looking, how this is turning out. All that needs updated is, like, final character art and then final background art. So yeah. You say you're a palm tree expert. I would have not guessed this. So yeah. That's all that's in here. It's just this one room, and then you can go examine the elevators, which you can't go up the elevators until you get a hotel key from a character. So yeah, that's the programming side of things. That's what we've got programming-wise. Been working on this since November. It's been a lot of fun. It's been challenging in a really good way. Hey DJC, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Scribbles. I'm excited too. Oh, if you're talking about the tiger character, I'm actually throwing them out. I don't really like how the art for it turned out. So, they're being scrapped. I wasn't happy with how they turned out. They might get a redo, or it might, take the form of a different character. Let's see. So this is a blank layer. Maybe we could do the face? I really don't know if I want to do the face. Hey, Tiggy Doodler, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Will the player have a character they'll be able to see or maybe customize or something? I want you to be able to be male or female, but that's probably outside of the scope. You know, I want to get the game done. Above everything else. So your player's probably just going to be ambiguous, and during certain scenes they'll just be floating body parts. I think that's where it's at right now, as far as what I think the scope for it should be. Let's see. So for her neck... her neck's a bit thick, so... Here, let's turn this blue. So that's her skull. Do it. Do it. You have a holiday? What's the holiday today? We've got taking fascinating to see. We've got to the point where cartoons can animate other cartoons now. Such a time saver. It's truly an amazing time we live in. How's it going, Tiggy? Hope you're having a good day today. It's called Civic Holiday. Oh, like the car? Like you're just celebrating the Honda car, I guess? That's cool. British people are weird. Let's see. Let's lower the opacity here. Turn this off. Sephiroth. Hell yeah. I like when people work alongside with the stream. We drive in our cars all day today. What a weird holiday. Necks are so hard. I'm trying to think how I want this to work. I should have added the Sega Camp version of the song. As a British person, I can confirm we're weirdos. That's why I stay indoors. Pro tip, everyone's weird. I think that looks okay. Trying not to make it too thick. She's kind of a nerdy character, so she should definitely have like a pencil neck. Oh no, Scribbles, that sounds tough. I hope you're able to recoup some energy. Yeah, it's tough working when you don't feel like it. Hey Joseph, how's it going? If you don't... Happy driving day, everyone. If you don't own a car, you have to pretend while walking on the sidewalk. Do you ever do that thing where you're like in a car, but you imagine you're like running down the street instead? Let's see. Maybe bring this line in a little bit. Kind of like that. Make a car out of cardboard. I love this holiday more and more, the more I hear about it. There, I think I like that. I really want to see like a practical joke where somebody makes a cardboard car and takes it through the car wash and just drowns. It'd be so funny. It's such a funny idea. Stepping on the beach, do 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 do. Stepping on the beach, boo boo boo. That's the only version I think of whenever I hear this song. It's the Stepping on the Beach version. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. I also, in case there's like people that didn't see it earlier, I wanted to show off this cake that I made. I learned how to do texture painting and cartoon outlines in 3D modeling. This is a really fun tutorial to follow. It's supposed to be a lemon cake, but I like strawberry flavor much better. So I made strawberry cake instead. Looks good enough to eat.
I'm just gonna get a piece.
I'm just gonna get a piece.
Cause I can't report on this if I don't know what it tastes like. That's ridiculous.
I'm just gonna get a piece. Just a little piece. This is Blender. Blender's the program I've been learning for doing 3D backgrounds and stuff on my game. Oh yeah, I could probably do, if you want cake go brr, I could probably do this. Wow! Oh, cake! Delicious! Oh, I can't stop looking at all directions of it. Haha, cake go brr. I want that cake! You want it? Give me that cake! Stupid. What is even going on? So I think I like this shape. I might redo it, just clean up some of these lines, simplify some of these lines. Because it's getting a bit over complicated now. Stepping on the beach. Just gonna get a piece. Boo boo. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Let's keep it super sketchy. I'm just trying to figure out how the neck should be in the t-shirt. I probably should do the face and head first. It's gonna dictate a lot of things. You know what I really want? I really want a turntable, just so I can look at my food just spinning in 360 degrees. Thank you, Oreos Pies. I really appreciate that. Also, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Wow, 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 wow. Yes, that is gonna be lizard sex noises. She'll go, wow, wow. So funny. Then maybe a little line for the collar over here. I think that looks pretty good for the neck. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So let's turn that blue. And we'll do a clean version on top. So, collar line go here. God, Blender is so fun. It's such a fun program to... Once you, like, get the hang of it, and you get over, like, that initial hump of, like, learning the basics. DJC, thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Thanks for spreading the butts. Thank you. Neckline goes brr. But yeah, Blender's a lot of fun once you feel comfortable in it. Then it feels like you're just fucking around with things. And I sort of like the puzzle of, I need to make this thing. How do I do that? I have these tools and these tools and these shapes to work with. How can I use these tools and these shapes to make what I want to make? It's sort of like you're putting pieces together. And I really like that about it. It's like puzzle solving. It's really fun. Let's see, maybe for this line it'll be a bit thicker, like that. Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. I like how this is turning out. This was worth the time. Sorry, I just hum along to Sonic music the whole time. I really like Sonic music a lot, okay? And I say it a lot, but I think this is my favorite Sonic song. Whoa, Galaxy Brain emotes. Yeah, I really like the thinking part about art and animation. I don't usually like just turn my brain off to do art, although that would probably be a good practice to do. Cause at the same time I get like two in my head, you know? And then you get that thing where you're just like endlessly fiddling with like something and it's not getting any better. There. I'm gonna call that good. Just throw in the t-shirt lines here. So maybe thin it out a little bit here. There's a furry visual novel that's really good that Mushroom Madam was showing me. It's called Pirate's Fate, F-A-T-E. It's really good. I like the character art on it a lot, and the story's really fun. And it goes on sale a lot. It's like $10. It's definitely worth it. Like, you get enough content. Like, $10 is a steal for how much replayability that game has. So yeah, that's a really good one. I like it a lot. Oreos Pies, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Wow wow wow! Wee wow wow! Palm trees every time. Precious butts. Okay, so if I turn off the blue, it looks like that. I think this neckline might be a bit much. I think we'll take that out. It's just one extra detail that doesn't need to be there. I think that'll look good. Okay. So torso ink. Let's do Liz's head. Ink. So usually I do the head on one layer and then I do the hair on a separate layer. Just because hair is such a different animal from everything else. I'm telling you, you have a 51% chance of winning. Like, the odds should be in your favor to win every time you do that. Oh no! Gizzy's down there, and I accidentally scooched my foot into him. And he did not move. He is a boulder. He is an unstoppable force. What happens when a foot meets an unstoppable force? Let's grab 20 for the head hole. Head in a hole. Let's do 15 for her jaw. Here I go. Wah, wah, wahoo. Her mouth I probably want to draw on a separate layer, just for like expressions and stuff. So let's not draw her mouth just yet. I'm just gonna get a piece, so I know what it tastes like. Because I can't report on it if I don't know what it tastes like. That's ridiculous. It's such a funny video. I fucking love that video. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. And there's a cake in the fridge. But she said I can't have any. But I'm just gonna get a piece. Because I can't report on it. I don't know what it tastes like. Mario brand cereal. Wahoos! I love when he smashes the cake together to hide the slice. It's so funny. Well, it's still a circle. It's just keeps... Fuck. It's not even like you know what's gonna happen. It's super predictable what's gonna happen, but it's still funny. It's so funny. His character. It's all covered all over his cheeks and his lips. His mom must fucking hate him. Maybe more angular. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Why does she have whiskers? What the fuck? Why didn't I draw whiskers on a lizard? I'm weird. Pootis, HTU2. Dude, win the H. Thank you, Palm Trees. It's one of my favorite videos. I love this character. It's old, too. I don't even know where I found it from. I, like, discovered it recently. Let's see. Good old YouTube recommendations. Let's do 10 for small details like that. That looks good. And then I want her eyes to be on a separate layer, so How should we do that? How do we go about that? That's the bridge of her nose. Like that. Let's see, these should be a continuous line. Can't remember if this is the Mario ending or the Zelda ending. They sound pretty similar. I'm gonna guess Mario? No! Dang it. It was Zelda. Turn in my gamer card. It's been revoked. So that's her head. Let's do Liz. Should we do like the face all on one layer? No, because eyes are pretty detailed. Eyes should definitely be like in their own group. Sorry, I got schmutz in my keyboard. And I want it out. There we go. Okay. Even though it looked like I didn't move, my character was getting schmutz out of the keyboard. Why did my camera turn off? Why am I stuck like this? Hold on. Camera, hello. There he goes. That was weird. Maybe? There we go. Ignore the stuff behind the curtains or whatever. There we go. Hey, I'm back. I'm back, baby! So Liz... Mouth... Ink. There we go. I'm glad you guys like it. That's funny how many people were using the cake command without knowing where it came from. That makes me really happy. That's too thick. Let's break that line up a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Add a little dimple in here. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, doot, doot. I need the sketch to be blue. I keep confusing it with my ink lines. There, that's a bit easier to see what's going on. You know what I never use in Clip Studio Paint and I keep forgetting about is vector layers. I keep forgetting about vector layers. I should really be using vector layers. That's what I'm gonna do. For the next layer I do, I'm using vector layers. Nobody can stop me. Just you try. Liz. Let's do her hair. Liz hair ink. See, it looks practically the same. It looks literally the same, but you know what I can do with a vector layer? I can take this brushstroke and do that. That's useful, right? Maybe it's this tool. Is this the one? That kind of works. Why is it so fucked up? Anyways, there's potential there, even if I'm doing it wrong. You can like move your lines around. It's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. I'm just doing it wrong. Connect vector line, simplify vector line, maybe? Does that do anything? And then redraw. Hi, hello.
Excuse me, Mr. Jones, but what program are you using for this magnificent art piece, so the rest of the viewers may know?
Aw, I am using Clip Studio Paint. It's one of my favorite drawing programs. Thanks for the bits, DJC. I appreciate it. Oreo, wish I could stay. Nice to meet you guys. Drawing looks great. Love those wonky eyes on top. Bye, Oreos. Take it easy. We'll see you in your dreams. We love ya. There we go. We'll see you in your dreams.
We love
I
you.
love you. Bye, Oreos. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Let's grab basic watercolor. And then for the bottom of her hair, I usually like to do, so when I draw hair and stuff like it, I'll usually do like my bottom lines first and get them kind of thick boys, make them kind of thick, and then do the stuff on top as sort of thinner lines like that. That's typically how I'll draw hair. Something like that. Round that out. That looks cute. I like it. So there's her hair ink. Can I convert a layer to vector? Is that possible? Convert to lines and tones. What does that do? Interesting. So you can do shading and then convert it to like this manga like shading style? That's interesting. But yeah, can you convert this to a vector? Probably not. I would assume not. Layer, change selected layer? No. Convert layer to vector? Yes, hello.
I'm just going to get a piece so I know what it tastes like.
Thank you, palm trees. Have as many pieces as you want. Cake all around. Cake for everybody. Oh no. If you convert it to vector, it does not do a good job. Let's not do that. Okay, so new layer. Liz. I never know how to arrange eyes. It kind of depends on what your objective is. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the eyelids like in front of the eyes. So like both this part and this part. Oh no, Christian. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if we can have Christian commands anymore. But yeah, so my plan is to like have this stuff be in front. And then anytime she blink, the only part I have to animate is her eyelids, not the eyes underneath. So I think that's how I'm gonna do this character. I think that'll be the smartest way to go about it. I also didn't make a vector layer. Oops. There we go. Liz lids. Liz eyelids. Ink. I guess one should be in front, one should be in back. Even though I'd like to do it on the same thing. Dude, there was some, like, people say, like, I never expected this, but there was some fucking kind of weird stuff going on long before this happened. I'm like 80% surprised. Let's put it that way. Fuck. Just keep the good ones? They're all good ones. Not sure what you mean, DJZ. It's just like... It's like if I had Bill Cosby quotes in my stream. It feels like that. It's like they're still funny. They're still like really good. But the person behind them kind of ruined it. I'm typically not one to like... Not, you know... to stop watching something because the creator's a monster. Like, I still like Ren and Stimpy. It's still one of my favorite shows. And I'll probably still really like Chris Chan videos, even though he's a monster. Or they're a monster. But, you know, it's pretty awful. I don't know if people come into the stream to escape that kind of stuff, but it's fucking fascinating to me. What did he do? I don't even know if I should talk about it on stream. He forced sexual relations upon his mother, who has dementia. There, now you know what Chris Chan did. It's weird, like, all the people who don't know who Chris Chan is learning about it now. What a fucked up way to learn about Chris Chan. But I guess any way to learn about Chris Chan's fucked up. There's no good way to learn about Chris Chan. Sorry I asked. Yeah. Not afraid to talk about dark, fucked up stuff. I find it interesting. But yeah, crazy story. Super crazy. Let's see, for her blushies, let's do like some 10 strokes like that. Like that. There's, if you're curious, there is an arrest video, where they're like interviewing Chris Chan about getting arrested by the police, and it's clear, like, it's like serial killer levels, the way they like talk about it. It's like they don't think they did anything wrong. It's so crazy. Let's go back to 15. Yeah, it's wild that it's out there. I didn't think they'd have footage of Chris Chan getting arrested. It's fucking nuts. That might be too much. Let's leave that like that. So, how does vector lines work? Can you not... It looks like you can't fill in a vector line. go up to 20 to fill this in, just so we use as few brush strokes as possible. How does erasing look when you do it? Oh, it looks the same. Dude, Vector's so crazy in Clip Studio. It literally doesn't feel any different. I know there are some, like, funky things to it. Like, if you try to, like, connect two lines together and stuff, but overall it literally looks and feels the same. I see no reason why not to use vector lines. Because you get the same thing. It looks the same. It's the same effect, just with additional functionality. He desperately tries to change the subject. Yeah, I just keep forgetting about it. I'm just so used to the habit of doing a raster line that I keep forgetting about it. Yep, this is a vector line, even though it's it looks raster. It's pretty cool. Oh, thank you, palm trees. I never know what I'm doing with eyes, so thank you. Let's see. So that's one eyelid. Let's do the other one, which goes behind her head. Liz. Please don't crash. Oh, it's this thing. So this thing's really awesome. Wacom has this neat feature where the tablet driver will just stop all of a sudden, and I can't click on anything, so I have to use my keyboard to navigate through my start menu. I'm glad you guys can see me doing this. So I gotta navigate to my start menu, and I have a shortcut here just for this occasion because it happens so often. So I just click enter on services. And then that opens up a window, but I don't have a mouse, so I can't click on any of this. I have to use my keyboard to tab over, and now I can scroll up and down in the services window, right? So I type W, and I could do this blindfolded, because it happens so often. So this is a really neat feature. So when this happens, you just go to Wacom Professional Service, tab over until you get over here where it says stop or restart the service. You want to go to restart. Have it highlighted and then push enter with your keyboard since you can't use your mouse to click on it. And then we wait for Wacom to restart. And then, hey, what do you know? We're back. There we go. It's a really neat feature that Wacom has. So that's how you fix it. They included that for free? Yeah, it literally feels the same, the vector lines. Like, also, oops, I didn't make a vector line this time. New vector. Liz. Eyelid. Back. Ink. So yeah, it's literally the same. Oops. So it appears my pen pressure is gone. I might have to restart the program. That's okay, we can do that. Yeah, let's restart clip. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Oh, I don't want to save this here. Do not save. Close that. Save this one. Save this one. And then close out. There we go. And then open it back up. Probably stream for another 30 minutes or so. This has been fun. I like how this character is turning out. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. There we go. We're back. We got pen pressure. Boy, my tablet capture is really laggy today. It's really temperamental. It just depends on the day. I love this song. This is like one of my favorite battle songs from Mario RPG. Oh, Gizzy, he's sleep. He's sleepy boy. Hey, Vivestus, how's it going? Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba. And then 15. Just do a little eyelid like that. Might be too big. Yeah, let's do like that. Maybe. I think we'll keep it like that for now. There we go. I think I like that. Yeah. I'm doing great, Viv. Thanks for asking. Just having fun drawing my characters. Bum, 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 bum. So that's her eyelid, torso, ink. If I make a new vector layer, can I copy from this layer and paste it into here? No, that converts it to, raster. Let's see, we'll just leave this as neck ink and we'll make a new layer underneath it for torso. Torso ink. Like so. Oh, clip is so good. Definitely get it when it's on sale. Let's see. So for torso, I think it's just gonna be... It's gonna be everything except the shoulders, so it'll go like all the way down here. Like that section. Yeah? Maybe. Maybe it'd be better to break it up a little bit more than that. Oops, I'm also on 10. We need to be on 15. Pootis, helping my friend out with their Twitch panels is pretty good exposure to commissions. Is exposure the right word? Oh, I see. Not exposure like you're getting paid in exposure. Exposure just meaning like you're getting experience with commissions, I assume, is what you mean. That's awesome. Yeah, Twitch panels are a good low-key thing to be commissioned for. And it's a good way to like practice consistent branding and stuff like that. I'm glad you're not being paid in exposure, Pootis. I have an averse reaction to the word exposure. It's like, no, it's not currency. I tried to pay my water bill with exposure and they shut it off. Let's do... Oh, we're on 10 again. Let's see, for the front of her t-shirt. Trying to think how I want to do this. A little dimple right there. Like that. Oops. And then for the front of her shirt. Oops. I might blue line this just so I can redraw it and clean it up a little bit. But I think I like that silhouette. Spooky song. Yeah, I haven't updated my panels in a long time, but I really like how they turned out. I don't know if I'd really change anything about it. There we go. Chill song. I should add the Nintendo eShop songs to this playlist. Those are always fun. Dude, I'm gonna miss that guy that was just typing in random words and then left. Dude, what a valuable member to society. Really gonna miss that guy. Don't talk to me until I've had my son. Gum, so help me. It is something like that. Look. Yeah. I think I like that. Add a little bit of a broken line here. Just a little one. I like the way that looks. And then for her belly. Her belly might be a little long, but she's also a lizard, so I think it looks kind of good on her. That was always, something I always noticed I did, was I'd draw torsos way too long. Like from where the rib cage connects to the pelvis. Let's see, and then obliques. Yes, hello?
Why isn't Clip Studios paint on sale for the civic holiday? We need something to do after we drive our cardboard cars.
I agree. What the hell? Should send him a massive email complaining about that. It's really unfair, you know? It's like, what do they expect people to do? Yeah, I think I like that. So we need to blue line it, because this line's very messy. And then we'll redo it on a layer above it. Does anyone have any ideas for what her t-shirt could be or say? Gums, I feel this is a habit from life studies. When stylizing, most characters tend to have smaller torsos to fit the head. I know when I'm, like, drawing without thinking about it, I'll always draw, like, massive heads on characters. I think from drawing chippies too much. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that line, but I'm curious, how do you actually, like, bend a contour line? Because look how many points this has. That's too many to, like, adjust and move around. Like, what are you supposed to do? There's pinch. I mean, I guess I could simplify. That doesn't look good, though. Connect vector line. What does that look like if you do that? And it connects those two. Word. I think I want to keep them separate, though. Redraw width. Oh. So I can... Oh, you can fatten it up. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Tiger lover, tigerlicious. What about just juicy? What does redraw do? Oh. That's kind of the effect I'm going for. I'd rather, like, push something, though, you know? Pinch. Do I have to make... Do I have to make it larger? Like that? And then I can pull it out? That's not doing what I want. Whatever, I'm gonna move on. Because it looks fine. I was just curious. And 10. Oh, I like that idea, palm trees. You could always just go simple and just have the shirt be striped like a tiger. I like that idea a lot. No need to be... I mean, that is clever. But no need to be clever with it, you know? Not every t-shirt has to say something. I guess that's middle schooler Jesse coming out. T-shirts can just be, you know, a solid color or a pattern. What is this? I wish I could click on links and then they'd show on stream. A Tony the Tiger shirt. They're adequate. That'd be great. They're more than okay. They're okay. What a good slogan. Yeah, I'll have to study up on these vector tools. They're not working as well as I would like them to. So peaceful, this song. It's nice. Tony the Tigers, Frosted Flakes, they're more than good. They're nothing special. Draw the face of Joe Exotic. Maybe she could have like a little Joe Exotic action figure. Instead of like how we have Anthro action figures, she could just have like a humanoid Exotic Joe. I like turtles. I like tigers. Fierce? Fierce is a good word. Fierce is very tiger-like. I like that. Hyper-realistic wolf shirt. I think I got about 8 minutes left in me. My coffee ran out, so that timing works out perfectly. Let's see. Do these lines here. She's so cute. I love Liz. Liz is one of my favorite characters. Haven't quite... I mean, I think I've got her personality kind of down, but I'm still figuring things out about her. The more I talk to these characters, the more I kind of learn what they're like. You have so much green tea, you have spare green tea. Disgusting gums. Redhead, I like your shirt. I hope you wear it every day. I appreciate you guys, you know? I'm really glad y'all could stop by. It's always so much fun. Remember those fucked up Tony the Tiger commercials that turned out to be fake? I don't. That sounds vaguely familiar, but this seems like a repressed memory. Something old school like Talk to the Paw. What about like... What about just like... two tiger paws just like here, you know? Something like that. I wish I had that shirt, dude. You know, it's weird. Tea actually fucks me up. Like, tea gets me way more strung out than coffee does. I don't even steep it that long. I steep it for like the 3 minutes you're supposed to. And I feel like I'm on crack. It sucks. Maybe I'm just not used to it like I am with coffee. This is like a tolerance thing. But holy shit. Tea gets me wired. Like, in a bad way. I want to see this. Here's a vid of the fake commercial. You'll have to click the link. I can't show it on the stream. Tony is back. The person in the restaurant. Looking nervous.
Man, Tony, it's tough.
Don't worry, Ace. We've practiced.
This
But
looks
first,
good.
Let's start with a complete breakfast, including my vitamin-packed Frosted Flakes.
What
they
the
bring
hell?
out the tiger in you.
It'll be good.
Frosted Flakes good? They're great!
I haven't seen these.
It's all yours, tiger. And you.
Brings out the tiger. TonyIsback.com. Holy shit, that's fucking great. That is really well done. It looks authentic. What a fucked idea. That was awesome. Alright, let's get her belly button in. I remember reading this somewhere, and I think from observation it seems to be true that girls have vertical belly buttons and guys have horizontal belly buttons. Just something kind of fun to look out for. Oh, the website's not real either? That sucks. That's too bad. Let's see, if we turn off the blue, how's that look? Yeah. Yeah, you know? I think I like that. They're more than good, they're great. So can I just select a vector line and delete it? Is that a thing I can do? Double click on it, maybe? No! That deleted everything. Delete control point? That kind of works. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's turning out good. I like how Liz is turning out. I think I'll probably call that a stream. That's her, torso all done, her head, her eyes. Didn't get her pupil. Kind of forgot to do that, but that's okay. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. Do more! I'll do more, next stream. But yeah, hope you guys all have a good rest of your Monday. I appreciate y'all stopping by as always. Let's see who we can raid. Let's see who we can pass the love on to. If you're sticking around, I appreciate y'all raiding with me. Let's see, who's online that would be good to, pass this all on to? Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun hanging out. Really like that a lot. Let's see. Who can we get? We haven't raided Navarki in a good long while. I really like Navarki's animation and artwork, so we're gonna do a Navarki raid. If you guys don't follow Navarki, he's a super talented animator. He's got a really cute style. Always a really fun stream to chill in. Super nice guy. Go support your fellow animators, go give them a follow, and I'll see y'all over there. Take it easy. Love ya. Bye-bye.